the tastiest creamy broccoli rabe pasta Italian style. Get your batch of broccoli rabe and you'll see it kind of looks like broccoli, but it's more part of like the turnip family, loaded with magnesium, zinc, antioxidants, protein, vitamin C, folate, calcium, vitamin A, iron, and even fiber. So this is an excellent ingredient for those who are trying to watch their calorie intake while getting the most of the little time they have to cook. Start by removing any brown leaves. All dark leaves and even older leaves can stay and are super healthy, so don't throw them out. Cut off the dried ends of all the stems and peel the larger stems, removing the hard outer sort of green layer, even off the thin and large stems. The trunks, we want them all. They are jam-packed with nutrients and vitamins, and we want as much as possible. So as you peel, you're going to see some stringy elements, much like celery. Peel those off. Don't worry about peeling these stringy elements from all of the stems. They're not harmful. It's just that some people don't like the texture of the strings. But if you like celery, then you're okay. Once you've eliminated any brown leaves, the stringy bits, and have chopped off all the dried ends, don't forget to place whatever's left over in the compost bin. We always try to do our part for nature. So you want to collect all of the rabe that you'll be using and chop it into smaller pieces. The size doesn't really matter too much. The important thing is that they cook evenly. In 1 cup of broccoli rabe, there are approximately 42 calories and 4.8 grams of fiber. So since the Mediterranean diet is focused on healthy digestion, meaning staying regular, it's no wonder that broccoli rabe is a go-to ingredient. Experts actually refer to it as a superfood. Place the batch into a large strainer and rinse and wash thoroughly. So you want to do this 3-4 times, basically until the water underneath is nice and clean. I don't ever suggest putting any produce or any foods that we ingest directly into the sink, just because the sink is known to have so much bacteria even after we've cleaned it and sanitized it several times. Now you want to place a large pot of water on the stove and turn it over high. So you want to place the stainless steel strainer on the pot with the freshly washed rabe inside, cover and bring to a boil. Once the pot is to a boil, let it steam for about 5 minutes. Check on the steaming rabe. Open the cover and stir the rabe and allow it to steam evenly. Cover and let it steam for another 5 minutes until tender to your liking. You should be able to easily put a fork in it. You can mash it with a spoon or a fork and it should be easy, it shouldn't be hard. As you continue to make this over and over again, you're going to find your own sort of ingredients, your own ways of cooking. This is more the traditional style. Actually, the cream itself isn't part of the traditional dish, but we're adding it just because we love that sort of extra taste. We love creamy foods, and so here's our version of it. Do not throw out the water from the pot. It will be a greenish or yellowish color, but it will have loads of flavor and nutrients. Add about 100 grams of pasta per each serving that you want to cook, and let it do its thing, let it cook. Now during this time, you want to take a large pan and set it to low. Drizzle the pan with some extra virgin olive oil, enough to ensure that the pan is coated. We don't want to be frying the ingredients that we end up putting in there. We just want to make sure that they don't stick, and we want to provide a little bit of a base to add some flavor to. Then we want to add 1 or 2 thinly sliced cloves of garlic or more to the pan, depending on how much you like garlic. We love garlic and it's super healthy, so we use more. Chop up some chili peppers or use some flakes. This isn't mandatory, but we love it, so we add it. We actually add it to a lot of our meals. So now we want to add this to the oil and the garlic in the pan. And add 1 or 2 small anchovies and break them up with a wooden spoon. This won't make the dish taste like fish. You will likely not even notice it. It is merely adding some extra nutrients, and it allows us to salt the dish without actually adding salt. Now we want to stir the rabe that we've put in the pan along with the oil, the garlic, the pepper, and the anchovies on low heat, just for 1 or 2 minutes, and we want to let these ingredients sort of marry each other. This is a term that we use in Italian. They're basically going to marinate the flavors together. We really want to allow it to absorb. Take another handful of rabe per serving and place it into a bowl now, and we want to blend it. You can do this with a blender, an immersion blender, and add some extra virgin olive oil or water from the steaming pot if you have enough. And use it as sort of like an aid to help you make it as creamy as you like it. Now let's add the pasta to the pan of Rabe along with the cream that we've just prepared over low heat. This will give the al dente pasta some time to finish cooking while absorbing the flavors of the Rabe and the cream. Let's stir this really well for about 1 or 2 minutes. We want the cream and the Rabe to sort of evenly cover all of the pasta. We want flavor in every single bite, and now we're going to allow that pasta to marry our broccoli Rabe. Broccoli Rabe isn't exactly like broccoli. It has more of a bitter sort of taste, almost like raw kale. Now let's dish out that pasta, add a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on top. It is an antioxidant, and we're just adding more nutrients and vitamins to our meal. Let us know what you think. Our PAX team is just getting started. We're going to be bringing you free live cooking classes from Italy, so it's our Cooking with Italian series. Stick with us. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. Ciao for now.